What up? My name is Kelly and welcome to my YouTube channel. A little bit of a background on me for those who don't know me. My name's California, I'm a drag queen here in Wellington, New Zealand, and I've created this channel because I have a whole bunch of other stuff that I want to upload. Like, I'm going to be doing some ranked videos, some TikTok react videos, I'm probably going to have a lot of stuff in my podcast on here as well. And yeah, who knows? It's just going to be a whole lot of fun, so thanks for joining. I was real confident before I turned the camera and microphone on. Now I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm doing. But basically, my first video here, I'm starting with doing a ranking video of the latest Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. Because there's been so many new Pokemon come out for this generation and it's been real freaking cool. But like, some of them have been great, some of them have, yeah, they're there. So I think the only way to do this best is to rank them all and be judged by my peers on my decisions. Alright, so here are the tiers that I've named. So starting off, we have Slay, because obviously the best thing is going to be an absolute Slay. There we go, Amazing. That's dope. Aight. Could be better. And for those that just need to absolutely get the hell away from my game, is Please Leave. And I think that's a pretty fair ranking. Alright, first up we have Sprigatito the Grass Cat. Oh, by the way, I'm going to butcher all of these names. So if I say something wrong and you're like, oh my god, that's not how it's pronounced, I'm aware. I just can't speak English well. Alright, Sprigatito the Grass Cat. I think this, honestly, it's cute, it's fun. I'm just going to put it in that's dope. Because, like, it's a grass cat. It's fine. Alright, next up we have Florigato. And honestly, I always have an issue with like the middle evolution when it comes to the starters. Because it's like, the first one's always great, the last one's usually great. But then the middle one kind of feels like an afterthought sometimes. But I actually like design of Florigato, so I'm going to put them in Amazing. Because, yeah, we've seen some of the middle evolutions. They ain't Slay. That's why they're the middle child. Next up, we have Meowscarada. Oh, the Magician. You know, I tried to make my Meowscarada his name the Dark Magician, but I didn't have enough characters and I was really sad about it. I'm going to put them in Slay, because I think the designs are great. Next up, we have Head Empty Fuecoco. I love the design. I know there's been like a lot of controversy around Fuecoco, but like, I love him. I think it's adorable. All the TikToks and memes of it just literally falling off a cliff because it's so dumb. Amazing. I'm gonna give it a Slay. Next up, we have Crocalor. I mean, like, the little fire sombrero is cute. I do think that maybe what I was saying before about the middle evolution not always being the greatest could refer to this one. But, like, I'm not mad at it. I'll put it as aight. It's aight. Next up, we have Skeledirge, the final evolution. And honestly, when I first saw Fuecoco's design, I thought it was like a dinosaur. So I wasn't expecting it to transform into this, like, fire ghost crocodile. But, like, work. I haven't seen anything like it before. The design's alright. I'm going to put it in the that's dope. Alright. Next up, we have Quaxly, the little gay duck. Oh, I think we all fell in love with Quaxly when we first saw it come out. So, straight to Slay. Straight to Blaze Slay. Alright, next up we have Quaxwell, which sounds like Maxwell, and honestly is suited because Maxwell sounds like a real, like, pompous name, and Quaxwell looks pompous as hell. So, I'm gonna put them under aight. I don't feel much for them. Alright, last but not least of the starters, we have Quaquaval. Oh, you've seen it. You've seen the memes. Here comes the hurricane, bitch. Amazing. I don't think it's a Slay for me, but I definitely think it's got good qualities. So yeah, amazing. Alright, now we're moving on from the starters, and our first one up is Lechonk. I don't know who came up with that name, but I love it. I think it's stupid. I think it's meme worthy. You know, it gives very much, oh lord, he coming. Oh lord, Lechonk's coming. The design, I'm not crazy about it. I think it's fine for what it is. It's the first Pokemon you meet when you leave the main town. So I'm just gonna, could be better. Could be better. Alright, next up we have Oinkalone. I think that's how you pronounce it. Whatever. It's just another pig. I'm impartial. Male, female, I don't really care. I'm just gonna put them under a could be better. I don't really feel any kind of way about them. Okay, next up we have the Dunsparce. I'm not sure why there's two of them. I think one of them is supposed to be the 2 segment and one of them is supposed to be the 3 segment. I think it's hilarious that the Pokemon fandom was waiting for a Dunsparce evolution for the longest time. And Nintendo were like, you know what? You want more Dunsparce, or how about I just give it you but longer. So honestly, work. You know what? I'll put them both under I. Alright, next up is Tarantula. I mean, like, it's fine. There's nothing crazy about it. It's just a spider with like the silk on its back. Could be better. And then Spidops, I think is a really cool design. This little bug spider monkey thing. Definitely things that nightmares are made of. I'm gonna put it under I. Because again, don't really feel anything for it, but like, slay, someone might. Alright, next up, Nimble. Meh, it's cute. Honestly, for the longest time, every time I came across it, I didn't realize it was a Pokemon because it was so small. I thought it was just this moving glitch. But like, whatever. But Lokix looks cool when it's walking around. It's like this ninja of a bug, and it looks jacked when it's around. Like, I didn't realize it was a bug type for the longest time because it looks so cool. So I'm gonna put it under That's Dope. Alright, next up we have Relor. Honestly, couldn't care less for it. It's like this bug that pushes around a mud ball. Please leave. But then we have Rabska, who's like this wise old bug. And I think it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna put it under I. Oh my goodness. There's so many. Greavard and Houndstone, I think they're cool. I think they're dope. Kind of gives me Chandelure vibes, especially with the candle on its head. And That's Dope. Next up is Fliddle, this cute little floating blob. I think it's pretty cute. Nothing fancy though, so we'll go I. And Espethra, this psychic ostrich that charges at you. We'll put it under That's Dope. Next up we have hold on. Farigiraf. I'm pretty sure that's how it's pronounced. I think it makes sense. It makes sense to be the evolved form of Girafarig, so we're just gonna under That's Dope. Alright, next up, Wiglet and Wugtrio. I don't know who at Nintendo was smoking what when they decided to come up with this, and also call it Wiglet. I need a Wiglet. But like, I could not care less for these. I honestly think they're an awful design. The red one looks like dog dicks. So please leave, and please stay out of my game. Right, next up we have Dondozo. I think it's a fine design. It looks chill. Water Pokemon, absolutely believe it. Anything special? Meh. It's just Wailord with a bit more light on it. We'll put him under I. Next up we have Veluza, which honestly I didn't think was going to be a water psychic Pokemon when I first saw it. I thought it was going to be like steel psychic or something. I think it's the right design. I don't think there's anything too fancy about it, but it's definitely not shit. So I ego. Alright, I'm going to be a bit biased here with Finizen, but I absolutely love dolphins. And I think it's a cute little Pokemon, so I'm going to put it under That's Dope. However, I will say Palafin, if it didn't have its Zero to Hero ability, I was about to be very confused as to why the evolution just got a tattoo on its chest. So we're going to put that one under I. However, its Zero to Hero form, I think it's great. I think a lot of people didn't like it at first. But I think a water superhero is just Aquaman, but Pokemon. And I think it's such a slay. I'm going to put him under Amazing. Right, next up we have Smoliv, Doliv, and Arboliva. I think it's a cool design. I don't think it's anything fancy, but like, dope. We don't have any other Pokemons like this at the moment. So, yeah, nah, you're all aight. You're all aight. However, I will say Arboliva, I'm gonna put them under That's Dope, because I think it's a cool design. Alright, next up we have Capsicid. It kind of looks like a grass version of Togepi, but instead of its egg on its body, the egg's on its head. I think it could be better. It feels like a bit of an afterthought. And then we go into Scovillain. And when I heard it was a grass fire type, I was like, that's such a cool typing, dope. And then I saw it. And it's literally just a red and a green capsicum on a stem that mutated and got a little bit angry and looked like they're hellbent on revenge, but they're only 1 foot tall. Could be better. Could be better. Alright, next up we have Tadbulb and Bellibolt. I think Tadbulb is fine. It's fitting with the trend that the first line of the electric evolutions are always real tiny, like Pichu and Tynamo. So I think it's fine. I'm gonna put him on the right. Bellibolt, I love. I can already see like there being so many plushies of Bellibolt, because it's just like, it's like a electric type Munchlax almost. So I'm gonna put him under That's Dope, because I already want to buy the plushie. It can go right alongside my deflated Snorlax right here. Alright, next up we have Varoom and Revavroom. Honestly, these Pokemon can get out. I hate the design. What I don't understand, is it like a vacuum? I thought it was like a vacuum that was like zooming, and then it turned into like a vacuum car. And honestly, I think I just hated battling Team Star so much that this just kind of engraved the awfulness of this Pokemon in my brain even more. So they can leave. They can leave me all the way alone and go back to whatever hardware store they came from. Alright, next up is Earthworm. I love Earthworm. It's so goofy. When it was the Titan Pokemon, it was just like the happiest villain you've ever battled. I think it's cute. I think it's adorable. I'm gonna put him under That's Dope. Alright, next up is Tandemaus and Mousehold. They're just white mice. I have no feelings towards them. I think it's cute that it evolves into a little family. Like, their evolution is them f***ing and making a baby. And if they got lucky, they made 2 babies. I just don't have I don't have any feelings towards it. Could be better. Could be better. I feel like something more could be done with it. Competitively, it's scary, but design-wise, I could do without it. Alright, next up we have Sotodle and Satitan. I love Sotodle. I think it's super cute. Again, plushie-wise, I can definitely see it being very popular, because it's just round, it's cuddly, it's got a very friendly face. I'm going to put him under That's Dope. Satitan, definitely, I feel like, is a bit more intimidating. I'm a bit confused as to why this wasn't a Titan Pokemon. It's literally got Titan in its name, and it would have done pretty well. But like, again, nothing too crazy, but aight. You go aight. Alright, next up we have the new Dragon line of Gen 9 with, what are their names? Frigibax, Arctibax, and Baxcalibur? I'm pretty sure that's right. I love Frigibax. I think it's giving very Gible vibes, where it's like the first Dragon Pokemon's just cute and adorable. I'm going to put them under That's Dope. Arctibax, honestly, I never really paid that much attention to it because I was trying to get to Baxcalibur so quickly. We'll put him under right. And Baxcalibur, I think, is amazing. I love the design. This towering Pokemon. It's giving very Duraludon from the previous generation, but like the ice version of it. And I think it's pretty cool. Alright, next up we have the Pokemon that caused so much conversation, Tatsugiri, the sushi Pokemon. I wasn't expecting it to be so intense in the game. I thought it was just like a throwaway Pokemon that they made, but it has a really big part in the game. I think it's funny. I think it's cute. I think it's small and deadly. I'm gonna put him under That's Dope, because why not? Alright, next up we have Cyclizar, the unpopular brother of Miraidon and Koraidon. it really did feel like an afterthought when they made this one. I understand it's like either the evolution or the pre-evolution of the two legendaries, but like I feel like Cyclizar got the short end of the stick. Aight, nothing crazy. All right, next up we have Poor Me, Poor Mo, and Poor Mott, the evolution where they just stand up and their hair gets a little bit more ruffled. What a slay. I think they're cute. I don't have any like crazy feelings for them. Poor Mott kind of looks like if Justin Bieber was a Pokemon. And yeah, no, I. All right, next up we have Wugtrio and Killer Wugtrio. And for them being the new bird Pokemon in this generation, I think they're fine. It gets very Tailo and Swellow. Nothing crazy. I'm just gonna do again. Next up we have Bombardier. As a Titan, I thought was really cool, but like general design, I think it could be better. I don't find it that exciting. All right, next up we have all the Squawkabillies, all variants of them. Again, nothing crazy. Kind of gives me Chatot vibes. I understand why they're there. They're just there because they needed something to fill that void. Yeah, I'm not going to be using them anytime soon, but they're alright. Okay, next up we have Flamigo. I'm to this day still unsure how I feel about this, because I understand the simplicity of it kind of takes me back to Gen 1, but it's a flamingo. Even the name is just flamingo without the N. I'm in Spain without the S. Could be better. Could be better. I know. I feel like I should give it more credit, but nah, it's a freaking flamingo. All right. Next up, we have Clorf. I couldn't care less about Clorf. If it was kind of like a Kingler variant or a Krabby variant, maybe it would have been a bit more exciting. But Clorf is just this rock crab. This is this big rock crab that annoys me. And maybe because it was the first time I faced, I didn't find it that exciting. Could be better. Could be better. All right, next up we have Necly, Nextech, and Garganical. I think the idea is cool. I think, again, doesn't stray too far from the rock-type formula that Pokemon usually has. I think the first two are aight, but I think Garganical is actually pretty cool, so I'm going to put them under that stove. Next up, Glimlet and Glimora. Not really that crazy about them. I do like, however, Glimora, when you face them, when you try and find them later on to capture, they sometimes stick on the wall, and I think that's a pretty cool design, that they're not just floating about all the time. But like, yeah, no crazy feelings. Glimmer, honestly, could be better. Glimora, you're right. All right, next up we have Shroodle and Grafai. Grafai. Yeah, Shroodle kind of looks like a sad Numel. And Grafai, I think actually looks pretty cool. It's like this little demon that can really screw you up. Shroodle could be better. Aight. Next up we have Fido and Darkspun, the little bread loaf Pokemon. I think they're cute. I don't consider them groundbreaking in any way, but like, again, plushie wise, I think they're gonna make great ones. Aight as well. Next up we have Mischief and Mabostiff. Token dog Pokemon, again. They're alright. I don't have any crazy feelings for them. Obviously, with Mabostiff, there was this big storyline in the game that really made us, that really tug our heartstrings on it. But design-wise, yeah, slay. Not that crazy about it. We'll go aight. Alright, next up we have Bramblin and Bramblegast. Honestly, freaks me out. I don't know how they're supposed to eat, and I'm very interested to see what they're going to be like in the actual anime when it comes out. But like, I don't think they're that sickening or anything. We'll put them under could be better. Alright, next up we have Gimmighoul and Goldengo. Honestly, I thought it was a really cool idea to make us collect the coins to get Gimmighoul to evolve. Time consuming, but definitely different. With Gimmighoul, I think it looked better when it was in the chest, so I'm going to put Gimmighoul in the chest as that's dope. Gimmighoul out the chest. And Goldengo, I love Goldengo's design. I think it's so cool. And when you're traveling around in it, it goes on its little surfboard and it zooms everywhere. So honestly, I'm actually gonna put it under Slay. Alright, with the Paradox Pokemon, I'm just gonna zoom through them because they're already Pokemon we know, just with different designs, so let's go. Great Tusk, Brute Bonnet, Sandy Shocks, pretty dope. Screamtail, I'm pretty sure this is what it is. Fluttermane, love Misdreavus. We're gonna put them under That's Dope. Slitherwing, creepy. That's dope. Roaring Moon, I love Salamence, amazing. Iron Treads, that's dope. Iron Moth, that's dope. Iron Hands, I actually love better than Hariyama, so I'm gonna put them on That's Dope. Iron Juggerless, I think could be better. Iron Thorns, Iron Bundle is so cute, that's dope. Iron Valiant looks great, I'm gonna put them on That's Dope as well. The new Wooper and Clodsire, I love them. I think Wooper looks great, so we're gonna put Wooper under That's Dope. And honestly, Clodsire, again, the plushie marketability is through the roof, so I'm gonna put Clodsire actually under Amazing. Alright, next up, Toedscool and Toedscruel. I hated Tentacool and Tentacool to begin with, so the fact that we got a walking version of them, I wasn't that crazy about, but like, I get it, people enjoy it, so slay. Alright, Annihilate. I love, because I did not care for Mankey or Primeape in the slightest, and then we got Annihilate, and I was all for it. Annihilate, I'm gonna move them up to Amazing. Absolutely. King Gambit, honestly, kind of similar to Annihilate. I didn't really care for Pawniard and Bisharp before, but as soon as King Gambit came onto the field, I was like, I'm with it. We're going to move them into Amazing as well. Alright, next up we have the Treasures of Ruin Pokemon. We have Tinglu, Chien-Pao, Wo-Chin, and Chi-Yu. I think they're dope, because honestly, they don't really look like Pokemon. They look like ancient beasts that came out of like Legends Arceus. So I think they're dope. Tinglu, I'm gonna put under dope. Chien-Pao, love the design, love it. I'm gonna put them under Amazing actually. Wo-Chin, this snail actually more looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card than it does a Pokemon. But you know, because it's Treasure Ruin, I'm gonna put them That's Dope. And this Chi-Yu, this fish, bro. Who knew this fish could be so deadly? Actually, well, I already knew that with Tatsugiri. That's dope. Yeah, that's dope. Alright, next up we have Tinkertink, Tinkertuff, and Tinkerton. I love these three. I love the design, literally. I think the first one I saw, I didn't see Tinkertink at first, I saw Tinkertuff at first, and I fell in love. And it was part of my team from the moment I saw it. And I just love the line. I think it's cute. I think it's such a great design. The hammer getting bigger with them is just so cool. I'm gonna put the entire line under Amazing. Might be biased, but who cares? My Tinkertink, Tinkertuff, and Tinkerton. Slay. Alright, next up we have Charcadet, Armor Rouge, and Ceruledge. I think these are some really cool designs. It almost gives me like the Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, but way cooler with the armor and everything. I think it's a really cool design, and I'm going to put the entire line under Amazing because they will definitely have a big fandom behind it. And yeah, they're just so cool designs. The designs are really cool. Alright, and last but definitely not least, we have Koraidon and Miraidon. I went with Pokemon Violet primarily because I didn't want to be riding around on a bike where my feet were going to be touching the floor. Because Miraidon actually looked like a bike when it was in action, and Miraidon was walking with the wheels. I know that just kind of sent me through the roof. But like, overall, Koraidon's design I still think is really cool. It definitely gives the prehistoric vibes, which was obviously what they were going for in the game, which I didn't know when I first saw it. So Koraidon, I'm going to put as Amazing. Oh, there we go. And Miraidon, honestly, one of my favorite looking legendaries. I just think it's dope. The Electric Dragon combo it definitely screams futuristic, even more so than some of the other Iron variant Pokemon. So again, I'm going to be biased. I'm going to put Miraidon right up there in Slay. Alright, and there we have it. This is my ranking of the new Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. So we have my Slay tier, my Amazing tier, that's dope, Aight, could be better, and please leave the game and don't come back. But you know what's going to happen now? The next generation is going to come out. All the ones I put in like Slay are going to be gone, and the one in Please Leave are going to be like the main ones there, because it always happens. I can never get rid of them. Thanks so much for joining me in my mission to rank all the new Pokemon in Generation 9. It's pretty cool. It was very tough, but I think I made some right decisions. But I'm keen to hear what you guys think, so please comment below if you agree or disagree with anything. And oh my god, like and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be posting so many more videos. We've got some TikTok React videos coming out. I've got content from my podcast coming out. We'll do more ranking videos. I probably might rank some New Zealand snacks, Drag Race lip sync songs. Honestly, I've got so much more coming out, so please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.